Okay, imagine this for a second. A routine cryptocurrency deal, something maybe you've even heard about or considered, suddenly it spirals. It turns into a terrifying knife-point robbery right here in Delhi. So today we're doing a deep dive into this really chilling incident. It's not just about what happened, but why this kind of fraud that feels like a dangerous new step.
It really is.
We're talking deception, yeah, but also audacious impersonation.
Yeah.
And, believe it or not, a bit of luck, a twist of fate that actually brought down these guys posing as cybercrime officers. We're going to unpack all the details.
And what's really critical here, I think, for anyone tracking digital security is seeing how this traditional online trickery is now blending. Yeah. It's merging with real-world intimidation.
Right.
And specifically weaponizing authority or the idea of authority, this Delhi case. It's a perfect illustration of that dangerous shift. Well, it shows us a new playbook, basically. Yeah. Criminals exploiting trust in law enforcement, using that fear to escalate what starts as maybe a digital scam into, well, violent high-stakes robbery. It makes victims incredibly vulnerable.
Okay, let's get into it then. So our sources are saying this whole thing kicked off with what seemed like a pretty straightforward crypto connection.
Yeah.
The complainant, the victim, had been talking to a woman since April. She apparently introduced him to crypto trading.
Okay.
And then on the day it all went down, she arranges for him to meet 3 men. These guys supposedly could help with the transaction. Now, so far, this sounds, a bit risky maybe, but like a standard peer-to-peer crypto meetup, right?
It does sound familiar, yes. But see, that's precisely where the danger lies. The unregulated nature of these deals, often involving physical cash for digital assets, it creates this perfect storm, this vulnerability that criminals are clearly exploiting. So these suspects, they lure the complainant and his friends into a car, a black car.
Under the guise of what? Just counting the money?
Exactly. Supposedly just to count the money for the deal in private. But once they were inside that car, well, that's when the whole situation just flipped. It went from this transactional facade straight into outright criminal intimidation.
And this is where it gets, frankly, quite unsettling.
Yeah.
Police reports say once they're in the car, the men pull out a knife.
Right.
They immediately grab an initial 5 lakh rupees. That's what, about 500,000 Indian rupees?
A significant amount.
Yeah. And then they demand more, another 20 lakh rupees.
Wow.
But here's the twist, the impersonation part. They didn't just rob them. They ramped it up by threatening to frame the victims, implicate them in some fabricated cybercrime case if they didn't pay the extra money.
And all while claiming to be.
All while presenting themselves as officers from a cybercrime unit. The sheer audacity of it. It's remarkable.
And you see, that choice of disguise, it's not random. It's incredibly potent psychologically.
What do you mean?
Well, it transforms a simple robbery, terrifying as that is, into something more like a coerced confession or compliance. By posing as law enforcement, they add this thick layer of fear, of manipulation. Victims start believing they're not just being robbed, but they're also facing, legitimate legal trouble. It taps into that inherent trust or maybe fear of authority and the legal system, especially with complex things like crypto.
It's like a double threat.
Exactly. It's a novel kind of hybrid threat. Digital scam meets physical violence meets authority impersonation.
So this incredibly brazen scheme, it sounds like it could have easily succeeded completely, blending digital physical threats. But sometimes things don't go to plan, right? Even elaborate ones. What happened?
That's right. Sometimes it's just plain luck or maybe vigilance. This whole thing could have just disappeared. But as fate would have it, a routine police patrol happened to be near ITO. And they noticed some kind of commotion near this black car. They went to inquire, just doing their job. And that's when the complainant, thankfully, bravely spoke up, raised the alarm, explained what was happening.
Wow, good for him.
Absolutely. The officers acted quickly, confronted the suspects right there, and managed to take 2 of them into custody.
So the patrol just stumbled upon it?
Pretty much. It really underscores how vital that kind of routine police presence and, frankly, chance encounters can be in stopping these complex schemes. The DCP for the East District, Abhishek Danya, confirmed the arrests. Imtiaz Ali, who's 48, and Ranjit Kumar, 25.
Were they able to get the money back?
Police recovered 3 lakh rupees, so 300,000 of the stolen cash. Not all of it. Apparently a third associate got away. But still, a significant recovery and 2 arrests.
The audacity is still stunning, isn't it? Blending the online deception, the crypto angle, with real-world violence, threats, and then impersonating officers. It's alarming.
Deeply alarming.
But thank goodness for that police patrol. They foiled the scheme, got Ali and Kumar, recovered a chunk of the cash. This case, it really does highlight this dangerous new playbook you mentioned, taking digital scams way beyond the screen.
It's a really stark reminder, I think, of just how fast the landscape of digital crime is evolving. The way these criminals just seamlessly integrated a crypto deal setup with a violent robbery and that authoritative impersonation.
Yeah.
It shows a level of sophistication, a dangerous fusion of tactics we need to be aware of. It's not just about protecting your passwords anymore, is it? It's about understanding how these online interactions can spill over very suddenly into real physical danger.
Right. Which brings us to the end, and maybe something for you, the listener, to think about. As these digital transactions become just normal, everyday things and the scammers get smarter, more sophisticated, how can you really be sure? How can you verify the identity, the authority of people you interact with?
Especially when they use threats like these fake cybercrime cases to manipulate you.
Exactly. How do you protect yourself when those lines between the online world and real-world crime get so incredibly blurred? Something to definitely mull over.